Lord Alfred, we've got a live one this week.
Really?
I don't mind telling you.
They're all here today.
How's your golf game?
It's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, it's quite.
Mine has improved vastly over the past couple of weeks.
It had to.
I think it's because I've had an opportunity to play, which is really the secret to the whole thing.
Yes, I've heard about that.
You know, I had an opportunity to spend a little time down in the great state of Arizona. It is truly amazing. In the Valley of the Sun, right outside of Phoenix, there's a beautiful place. We were there for, what, a couple of weeks, Steve?
No, 2 days.
2 days. Well, how time flies when you're having fun. If we can get a shot, don't think for a moment that I do not have some equestrian talents.
Jim.
Yes, another old nag that I was aligned with. Well, actually, that was Ned, a highly spirited horse, but I come from a background where I did a great deal of riding, so I feel that I can handle horses pretty
Jim,
well.
I think you can handle horses very well, and sometimes those horses manage to handle you, because I have the other side of the picture, you might say. In fact, I'd like to show everybody this. Would you like to have a look at that?
What is this?
Well, if you'll notice.
No, Alfred, you misunderstand.
It's not the Indian. Don't worry about the Indian.
I was just actually whispering.
What?
See, if you see that closely enough, I was just whispering to the horse.
Oh, I see.
Whose name was Ned.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your feet were in a funny position for whispering, were they not?
Funny that an Indian just happened to be there, too. Very good. Alfred, some weeks ago here on TNT, prior to my, of course, joining this program as its host, you were involved with the Funk family, and things got a little messy, so to speak. I don't want to bring back any memories, but let's go to some action from some time ago, and it all happened at a barbecue party. Lord Alfred Hayes with members of the Funk family.
A little more sauce
Here,
there
put
for
this over
Lord
here.
Hayes.
They put it over here.
Well,
This is. What,
you are
tell
going to
what
put
kind
the
of-
sauce on there for me?
Oh yeah, because we want you to try this. Look how good this sandwich is, man. This is a good old Texas sandwich, baby. You like a lot of
more
meat.
sauce.
You like a little more sauce? All right, I'll put a little bit more
No,
sauce
thank
on it
you.
right here.
No, thank you. Hey,
a little more sauce. Come here.
Get your hands off that. Get your
Well,
grubby
well,
hands.
he's hungry. He's
Just
hungry,
take
Lord
your-
Alfred.
Just take your grubby hands off that
Well,
food.
no, wait. This is
You
our.
don't
Wait a
say
minute.
anything about
This
you
is
do
our
not
barbecue.
expect
Wait a
me-
minute. You
I
come
don't
into
care
our
what you
barbecue.
say.
What
This
did he
is
say?
TNT,
How can
John.
you come in our barbecue and tell us what to do?
hey,
How can you tell us what to do, Lord Alfred? Huh? How do you like that, Lord Alfred?
Around his neck.
Hey, this is our barbecue. You come to our barbecue and you want to tell us what to do, Lord Alfred? You want to tell us what to do? Well, what you're seeing here is a sample. We get our hands around. We might just take care of it like you, Lord Alfred. Huh? Where's your big buddy now, baby? Where's your big buddy now, Lord Alfred? Huh? Look at him now. Look at him. You look good, Lord. You look good, Lord. You look good, baby. Make sure it's good and tight.
You couldn't have been too happy with the events of that particular day.
No, I certainly wasn't smiling.
However, you do clean up very well. You've recovered from the barbecue sauce.
It took a couple of weeks.
Yeah, sure does. I want to bring in at this time the gentleman, I guess, who did all of that to you, Lord Alfred Hayes. They are, of course, the famous Funk family from down in Amarillo, Texas, down at the Double Cross Ranch. Please welcome, if you will, along with manager Jimmy Hart, the Funks, Jimmy, Jack, and Hoss, if you will.
What is that? I want to hear the Yellow Rose of Texas.
What do I look like, Mitch Miller?
I said I want to hear the Yellow Rose of Texas. Now! Now!
1 and a 2. Oh, a little faster. 1 and a 2.
I want to hear the Yellow Rose of to Texas.
Jimmy, turn him
I
loose.
want to hear it.
Turn him loose. Turn him loose now.
That's the
Turn
best
him
they
loose
can
now.
play it, baby.
Turn him loose
That's the
now.
best they can play it.
I'll get it for you. Come on, Jimmy Jack.
For you. Come on,
Turn him loose.
Come on,
Turn him loose. It's okay.
Take it off. I'll get it for you.
It's okay. Jimmy Jack's
Absolutely horrible. It's disgusting.
Turn him loose.
I told you, Jimmy Hart, man, I've ever heard of
Jimmy
Jimmy
Hart, get your house in order, please.
Told you it was the worst fan I've ever heard in my life, man.
You sit down in your chair.
Yeah,
Really?
you want to go to a barbecue again, huh? You want to go to a barbecue, old man, huh?
Gentlemen, you're not going to turn this into a barnyard.
We're not doing barbecues.
We ask you, you're invited as special guests of ours here on TNT, and I'm not going to condone it in any way, shape, or form. Especially working over Tony D like that. There's no call for that.
Would you like to know why?
Why?
Do you want to know why?
He
we've
played
been-
the song for you.
Tell him why, Hoss.
Do you want to know why we've been tying people up in the ring? Because we have been running rampant in the WWF, and we've been looking for somebody who has guts enough to try to stop the Funk family. Where are all the heroes? Where are all the... Yeah, where is Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, where is he,
We've
huh?
been tying people up.
Don't worry, he will
Where
be
are
here.
the British Bulldogs? Where are all these great
We're
wrestlers?
scared to death, huh?
Do you know the only person that tried to stop us in the WWF? In Montreal, a little 130-pound, 60-year-old commissioner walked in the ring and put a stop to Jimmy Jack and Jimmy Hart. And
He tried to put a stop.
He did. He's the commissioner.
Gentlemen,
He
this
did.
is not the
But
Old
where
West.
are all the heroes of the WWF?
They're
We're
here.
looking for them.
They're here. They'll be, if you keep up your actions, they'll be looking for you.
Well, good.
I
That's
don't
what
think
we
you have
want.
to worry
That's
about
what
it.
we want, man.
Gentlemen, I want you to stick around if you would, please. Jimmy Jack, Hoss, and of course you, Jimmy Hart. Well, you're dressed great this week. All right, thank you, Tony D, and welcome back. Lord Alfred Hayes, along with the Funks, and, of course, Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart. For the record, Hoss Funk, your brother, I think it's now common knowledge, Terry Funk down at the Double Cross Ranch in Amarillo, is out of action here in the World Wrestling Federation with a very serious knee injury. That we don't want to see.
These people are sick. These people are sick over here.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
Sick people, you're sick. You'll be sorry too. You're sick. Sick.
Apparently they like to be sick, Jimmy Hart.
Of all those people that sit out there and said, "Oh, my brother with torn up knees could probably walk through just about half those people in half the
That's right, Oz. He could do it too.
What about
down a little bit
what about this twisted social misfit, Jimmy Jack?
Hey, what did you say?
But don't get
What
excited.
did he
Hold
call
it. Wait a
me?
minute.
What did he call me?
Wait a minute. Don't.
What did he call me?
Wait a minute.
But the man can't be right. Violence is the tool of the ignorant. Tell him to keep his hands off me.
Come on, back. He's
Don't
not.
you dare touch me.
Well, come on, watch what you say to him, man. You're driving him into it, man. Come on. Just settle down.
Lord Hayes, you're in a dangerous position here.
If you think for a minute,
Here at all, I can tell you that.
if you think for a minute that's a normal man, you've got to be kidding me. There's something wrong with him.
Lord Hayes is a very brave man to be sitting where he's
Perhaps it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, Jimmy Hart, if you would seek out some help for him.
Oh, come
I'm not so
on.
certain that he shouldn't be institutionalized.
What about these people over here? Don't you think they need help too, huh?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
right.
let's
You don't
take a
think-
break right now. Let's go up in the ring and join the Funks in tag team action right here.
He caught him on the side of the head, and a slam by George Wells. And another one, and a slam. Another fuck up in the air and down. George Wells slamming individuals, much like Big John Studd was slammed last week. Oh, but look at that.
Boy, that'll do something to your midsection. They just see Wells come down right on top of... Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Did you see the way he hit that floor?
Right on the concrete. In the ring now, he was able to make the tag, and Rudy Diamond blows over Hoss Funk with a shoulder block. Off again. Oh, this time, Hoss landing with the elbow.
You don't see Wells coming back into the ring. He must be out there hurt bad. And meanwhile, Rudy Diamond now is really taking a shellacking.
Diamond off the rope. He's fresh. Hoss Funk. Oh, look. Wait a minute. The referee didn't see that.
No, he did not see it, and I'll tell you, he ducked one, but boy, he sure got caught hard by the other Funk. And here comes the scrab by Hausfang, and you know that this is going to be submission. The way he applies that, the way he puts on that pressure, that's the only thing he can do is give up.
Look at that. Oh, come on. The fuck? What are they doing now?
Look at this, look at this. He's going to, like a steer, he's going to tie him up.
Wells is still out, I think, but meanwhile, look what they're doing here. Come on, they're tying him up. Diamond trying to get out of this.
Isn't that great? Beautiful.
There's
10
6 people.
seconds. 10 seconds. We hog time.
Now, what possibly could you prove after defeating your opponents in the ring by hog tying them after the match is over?
Humiliation, right?
Whereas,
Humiliation.
we are proving that there's nobody here in the WWF that's willing to come up and stand up against us. That's
Wait a minute.
what we're doing.
Wait a minute.
We're looking
If
around.
you're so damn
We're
good,
here.
Mr. Funk, how come you are not the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions? Address that, Jimmy
I'll
Hart.
tell you why, because you see any videos of us wrestling the British Bulldogs? No, you don't, because I'll tell you why. Captain Lou Albano is running from Jimmy Hart, the mouth of the South, and the Funk's right
I
here.
don't believe that for a minute.
You
I'm
don't
gonna
believe
take
it for a
exception
minute?
to that.
You don't believe
It's a
anything.
bald-faced lie. Albano's door is open all the time.
Did you call me a liar? 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 Did you call me a liar?
Get off the furniture.
Did you call me a liar? I want to know right now on TV, did you call me a liar? Did you call me a liar?
Sometimes you have the proclivity to fib sometimes, Jimmy Hart.
How much do you weigh, Gene? How much do you weigh, punk?
I weigh a couple of hundred
Well,
pounds.
let me tell you what, baby. Anytime you ever want me in the ring with you, because I'm not a professional wrestler either, but you don't call me a liar and get away with it. Baby, I would love to fight you in the ring.
Are you challenging me, you little twerp?
Am I challenging you?
I'll eat your lunch.
Oh,
You
you'll
don't
eat
stand
my
a
lunch.
chance.
You'll eat my lunch.
Coming up, the Rougeau Brothers heavyweight champion Hulk Hogan. I thank you, gentlemen. TNT continues after this. Get out of here. All right, well done. Lord Alfred Hayes, I don't know what you make of the Funks and especially Jimmy Hart.
Jim,
But
you have not to let those people get to you. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to rile you. They're trying to upset you. Don't let it happen. Show them you're above them.
well, if you think for a minute that a 140-pound wimp is going to push me around, Jimmy Hart has got another thing coming. He's got another thing coming. We've got a couple of special guests from up in north of the border, La Belle Province, Quebec, Canada, and Montreal. I'm talking about the Rougeaus. They do a lot of different things, include water skiing. Take a look at this right here, if you would. St. Lawrence Freeway.
That was really exciting, wasn't it?
Very exciting. That is pushing it a little bit too hard for me. Please welcome, if you will, one of the greatest in the World Wrestling Federation, and also Canada's premier tag team, Jacques and Ramon, the Rougeau brothers. Ramon, you've got to be kidding me.
This is Jacques.
Oh, Jacques, I'm sorry. You're Ramon. Lord Alfred Hayes, you are very articulate in the French language, perhaps a little French for our neighbors from north of the border, from up in Montreal.
They speak English a little better than I speak French, mais je parle français quand même.
All right, very good. I'll tell you what, you are taking the World Wrestling Federation by storm, and I understand, Jacques, that the two of you have been spending a little time, am I correct, in Australia?
Yes, sir. We've been touring in Australia in February. It was probably the most beautiful trip of our lives, my brother and I, since we've joined the WWF. And I think Raymond thinks the same way. For us going together, especially coming to the United States, is probably the greatest thing of our careers. We've been champion for 3 years in Canada. We left the Canadian heavyweight champion for a chance of the World Wrestling Federation Championship.
All right, gentlemen, do not go away. Ramon and Jacques, the Rougeaus, will be with us as TNT continues. We're going to be right back. Stay tuned. All right, continuing conversation this week here on TNT with Jacques and Ramon, the Rougeaus from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, La Belle Province. That's a beautiful part of the country, especially when you get upriver a little further up around Quebec City. The whole province is just very gorgeous.
It sure is, Gene. Quebec is a beautiful place, but you know, one thing, the United States is a beautiful place.
Well,
we just started now going
Thank
all
you.
through the United States, and it's really spectacular. We go down to Florida a lot, and now we're here, you know, around Washington and going to Los Angeles. It's really beautiful.
Gene,
Lord
may
Alfred,
I
go
just
ahead.
intercede a moment? One of our correspondents from the World Wrestling Federation in Australia, I was talking to him last week only, in fact, and he was down in Perth. And is it true that you chaps spend the whole of a day on a beach there? Is that right?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want to hear more about that.
And I heard...
There is just such a beach there. You know?
Well, the story was that all the taxi drivers were telling us you have to go to Swanbourne Beach, and we're thinking, you know, and he said it's great, you've got to go. So our curiosity took over, and we did go. We spent an afternoon, and it was great.
But one thing, though, we kept our bathing suits on.
Oh, come on! That's not what I heard.
There's, it was a bit of a shock to me because we spent some time up in Surfers Paradise, which is right outside of Brisbane, and I walked out on the beach, and there were some little fellas from Japan who really had the secret to it. They wore the mirrored sunglasses, so they could look and nobody knew, if you know what I mean. We want to catch you in action up in the ring. The Rougeau brothers going against the Moondogs. This is the kind of competition, opposition you face here in the World Wrestling Federation. Let's join the match in progress.
Moondog knowing full well that they're in against a top tag team combination in WWF today. And certainly the Rougeaus have read the book, the impressive book, I might add, on the Moondogs.
That's for sure, and I'll tell you, they're really, both teams are really out to score a victory here. And
Look at this, sunset flip, will they get him over? Yes, shoulders down, we get one. That's all. These Moondogs are tough. We saw them just a couple of weeks ago against Paul Orndorff, and of course, World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan.
yeah, you know, I can't forget that bout because that's when we saw that, if I remember correctly, Paul Orndorff was behaving a little strange. Remember, he wouldn't tag Hogan. That made you think that there was something bugging Orndorff at the time.
Well, you know, you did comment on that, as a matter of fact, but I personally didn't see anything unusual about that matchup because Paul Orndorff can be a one-man gang. But, of course, what we saw last week was...
Well, yeah, what followed that. Yeah, but he showed me at that time that he was trying to show the fans here, the audiences, that he needed outside help, that he could handle these two tough individuals. I think that's the point he was throwing across. I really did. Of course, what happened the following week, I think that told an awful lot.
His brother very quickly, and now Jacques in there. Drop kick. A chop to the throat. Bulldog Rex meets spot. Jacques Rougeau with Bulldog spot with a chop. That one.
What a chop.
Off the rope, drop kick. Where is the referee? All four men are in there.
I think the referee's lost. There's so much action going on. I mean, this is really, really a lot of action going on here.
The Rougeau's no, look at that! And the 3 count!
Beautiful teamwork. Beautiful teamwork from the Rougeaus. And certainly you are a welcome addition, gentlemen, to the World Wrestling Federation. I think you've got a pretty good feel for the level of competition that we enjoy in the World Wrestling Federation. Right now, the British Bulldogs are on top, but you've got teams that are coming in like yourselves. A tandem coming in from Japan, known as the Giant Machine and the Super Machine, who have really got wrestling fans talking not only here in the United States, but around the world. These are the kind of teams, gentlemen, you're going to have to meet and defeat to make your way to the top.
Mean Gene, we just have one thing to say to the people in the United States. As we know right now, the British Bulldogs are the best team, and we respect them. We love the British Bulldogs. But if we didn't have in mind to go and get those belts, we wouldn't be professionals. So we want you guys to understand, if we could wrestle the Bulldogs, if they're the best team, we'll give them a handshake and appreciate them like we do today.
Here, here.
Very good. I like that indeed. Apparently our audience agrees with that. You're a very natty dresser. I must compliment you. Raymond?
Jacques.
Jacques, I'm sorry. Very good. And where did you pick that suit up, Raymond, if I may ask?
In Montreal.
In Montreal. It's a very good-looking piece. Lord Alfred, you can appreciate it.
Well, Montreal, London, and Paris are the three centers of high culture for this type of wear, so they're lucky to be up there in Montreal, I think. I spent many happy
You had a good time
years.
in Montreal.
Yes, I did. I enjoyed
No
myself.
shopping centers. And
Yes, the shopping
Shopping
center.
centers.
A little girl watching.
I think we just got a little inside material there.
And we won't talk about his spare time either.
All right. Raymond, Jacques, the Rougeaus, you come from a famous wrestling family. We appreciate having you here on TNT, and certainly we appreciate having you as part of the World Wrestling Federation. Nothing but the best of luck to you, the Rougeaus.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Stand by, upcoming heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan, on tap next as we continue. Very, very enjoyable trip, by the way. I just alluded to it momentarily that we had down in Phoenix, Steve Taylor and myself, about 2.5 weeks. Steve, how long was it?
2 days.
2 days.
Funny, you keep forgetting that.
Lord Alfred Hayes, perhaps one of the most despicable, disgusting things I have ever seen in all the years I've been covering this great sport for a decade and a half, occurred recently in front of a national television audience between heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan, and of all people, his own partner, Paul Orndorff. Now, I thought that Orndorff had turned his life around and had become a decent sort of a person.
Gene, he's a wrestler. He's a hard and fast wrestler, and he's a magnificent wrestler, too. Always bear that in mind.
Okay, well, this entire thing led up to an explosion that took place, as we know, in the ring. We have assembled a chronology of sorts on how it all happened. Let's take a look at the action.
You go in that ring and do all that hard work and demonstrate your opponent. It seems like you go over and tag Mr. Hogan, and he comes in and makes the fall.
Well, come to think about it, so what if you're right? So what if he sells more dolls? So what if he sells more posters? So what if I do 90% of the work? You know something, Adrian? All that matters is that Hulk Hogan and myself are friends. And you know something? Yeah, you want to know something, buddy? What I think you're trying to do, and you stand up there, what you're trying to do is to cause trouble between us.
Huh. Well, be cheap labor. Carry my baggage.
So what if he sells more dolls? That doesn't matter. So what about the poster? Hulk Hogan's my friend, man. And what you say or anybody else ain't gonna matter.
Let me tell you something, Adrian Adonis. How dare you last week try to stir up trouble between me and Mr. Wonderful Man? How dare you try to start trouble? Let me tell you something, boy or girl or whatever. I've been waiting a long time to get my hands on you, man. Now I get more reason than ever, but your time's coming, man. Let me tell you something. Paul Orndorff is like a blood brother to me, man. We've been training day and night together. I've even gone to his house, eaten with his family. Cut over here. I've even broken bread with his family, boy. And his mother said I was like a #1 son to her. And all I got to say, Adrian Adonis, I don't ever have to worry about Paul Orndorff because I never have to look over my shoulder with a friend like him. He's the greatest partner I ever had, man. Like I said, like a blood brother.
In the ring, you are the old Mr. Wonderful. Oh, yes. Oh, and you're so bad and tough when you're beating up a nobody. Beating up a nobody. But you're the old Mr. Wonderful. Well, let me explain some. I manage Stud and Bundy, who are the next heavyweight tag team champions of the world. And if you're so tough, Hulk Jr., if you're so bad, why don't you sign for a tag match next week against Stud and Bundy? But I got another idea. Why don't you get yourself a partner? And I'm talking about Hulk Hogan. Huh, Hulk Jr.?
Let me tell you something right now, both of you. All I have to do is to get on the telephone and call Hulk Hogan, and he would be right here by my side. Matter of fact, I'll go call him right now. Tell him it's wonderful. Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. Go get him right now. I don't care what he's doing. I don't care if he's got 605 pounds on his back. You just go get him and tell him Mr. Wonderful wants to talk to him right now, immediately. He said what? He said what? Oh, God.
Well, unfortunately, no word yet from Paul Orndorff as to whether or not we're going to have that extraordinary tag team matchup. Of course, Paul Orndorff joining forces right here. Tell us you got it, man, because this is going to be a great moment in television, a great moment in wrestling. You and Hulk Hogan squaring off against Big John Studd and King Kong Bundy.
Yeah, I've been trying to call him. I've been trying to call him 5 or 6 minutes. I've been on the phone. He won't come to the phone because he's working out. There ain't going to be a match. There ain't going to be nothing.
Have you accepted the challenge?
Yeah, we're ready.
No! No! Well, confusion.
No. There's been a change of plans. I have agreed to have a match with the Moondogs because I want the whole wrestling world out there to know how good we really are as a team.
That's fine with me.
That's right, baby. And then next week, we are going to get in the ring with Stud and Bundy. And we are going to annihilate them. But you know something? Most of all, I'm going to show the people out there what the old Mr. Wonderful is about.
Hey, you know something? You know something?
Yeah.
The old Mr. Wonderful, I like that. And the surprise of the Moondogs first, then Stud and Bundy second.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. We'll wipe them all out. I'm sticking with you. We'll play by your rules. And Adonis, you troublemaker, you better stick your nose where it doesn't. You better stay out of our business.
Hulkster looking for the tag. Not yet.
Well, Orndorff says I still have things to do in here.
Moondog Rex getting ready to lock back up with Paul Orndorff.
Well, but in all honesty, Hogan wants to tag in, and Orndorff should tag out because as a team, it's better to make little quicker tags, I think.
Keep your partner fresh. Meanwhile, however, Orndorff is doing a superb job. Yes, he's a flying body press, too. Can't quite get it. We're chanting, we want Hulk. He sure took his sweet time about it. Nonetheless, Orndorff finally coming in to help champion Hulk Hogan. Gets him up. Pats him, all right. They'll win the match. Holds his hand up high for victory. They'll win this matchup, but nonetheless. Oh, no!
What in the world?
What?
What in the heck was that all about?
You gotta be... No! 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 Oh, look at that!
I don't believe this. What in the world is wrong with Orndorff?
You were Mr. Wonderful. You were it. You were stupendous. You showed the chicken wonder where it was at. You showed chicken wonder where it was at. Wonderful! Wonderful! There, wonderful!
I've been saying to Shannon Lane, the heavyweight champion world out. Again.
Lord Alfred Hayes, you know how close I am to the heavyweight champion Hulk Hogan. I was shocked, I was appalled, as were wrestling fans across the country and around the world when this happened. And with that, I'd like to introduce, if I can, the heavyweight champion of the world. Please welcome to TNT, Hulk Hogan. Hulk, you've had little time. You've had a little time to try sort all of this out. I don't know if you have or not, but we will get into it in detail when TNT continues. Hulk Hogan, heavyweight champ, will be our guest, and we're going to be right back. Don't go away. Stand by. All right, continuing conversation with the heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan. Hulk, I've got to ask you right now, how do you feel? Have you ever had somebody turn on you like that man did?
Well, you know me, Gene, the world heavyweight title, man. And all these Hulkamaniacs right here, the ones that are on my side, brother, that speaks for itself. You can't buy this, you know. And when I think about Mr. Wonderful, when I watched the tape, you know, the dude sold out, you know. He sold out real cheap. And when you're talking about taking cheap shots and shortcuts, I started thinking about it, Mean Gene. You know, Orndorff didn't sell me out, man. He sold out all these people, all the good people out here who are into this thing about straightening up their lives, you know. Maybe people say Hulk Hogan's full of a bunch of gaga. A lot of people out there who are still on Mr. Wonderful's side. The people that don't want to work, the people with the skinny little arms, the people that don't want to take care of their bodies, man. Maybe those kind of people are on his side. He can have them, man. Because I already seen what they're made of. I don't need none of that. But the people that are the Hulkamaniacs, you know, those are the ones I feel sorry for, Mean Gene. Orndorff sold them out. Because my big mouth, I said, yeah, Mr. Wonderful's cool. Listen to the dude. He trains. Follow his training. He says his prayers, man. Get into where his head's at. And watch him as a role model. Watch how he treats the little Hulksters. But, you know, he sold those people out. Orndorff hit me, Mean Gene, with his best shot. You saw it on TV. I had my brains beat out by Stud and Bundy. Orndorff set me up, patted me on the chest, said, you'll be all right, big dude. Raised my arm. Then he gave me his best shot. And just like I said, Mean Gene, he can't beat me. He can't beat Hulkamania. But he let these people down. And you know, now that we're in Baltimore, the Washington area, I was thinking today, Orndorff and his people are just like these spies of the United States. The ones that don't want to work, the ones that sell this country out, man, for money, diamonds, or gold. The ones that don't care nothing about family or friends. Orndorff is just like those spies, man, we got in the United States today. No, we don't need that, brother. We don't need no electric chair, man. We don't need no 2 life, 199-year sentence, Mean Gene, awful Alfred. All we need to do, round these dudes up, man. Get all my Hulkamaniacs around the ring to watch my back, seeing how that's all I got left. And then let me have Mr. Wonderful and all those spies. I could get off on that.
All right, well stated. Well stated, champ. I don't know what led up to all of this. Truly, I think that at one particular point in time that Orndorff actually felt that he was being ignored by you. And I don't see that.
Well, you know what it is, Mean Gene? It's patience, man. You know, you gotta have patience to get the things you want in life. Maybe some of these dudes out here aren't quite as big as they want to be. Maybe they don't have the job they want. But the United States of America is a different kind of country. If you want something bad enough, if you train, if you say your prayers, if you eat your vitamins, man, sooner or later you're gonna get what you want. I don't care what it is if you get your head right. And Orndorff promised me, man, he stuck his hand out, shook my hand, but you know, there's a thin film of sweat between our palms that separated his greed and jealousy from our friendship. And he promised me when we were shaking hands that he'd never sell out, that he'd never take a shortcut. Well, if that's where your head is at, man, taking shortcuts, just get off my back and face me, if you're man enough. Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, all your friends. But if you want to work hard, man, to get what you want, I can respect that. All you got to do is have patience, Mean Gene, and you can get it.
All right, you've told it to the public, Hulk Hogan. I'm very curious. Matchmakers...
You can't buy this, brother. You got to beat me for it.
Matchmakers and promoters in the World Wrestling Federation. Have you approached them on your request?
Yeah, I've approached them. I've approached a lot of matchmakers. I've had the promoters calling me. You know, the WWF has a championship committee. And they say, well, maybe this match should be in Madison Square Garden. Maybe it should be in the Philadelphia Spectrum. Maybe it should be in the Civic Center in Baltimore. Yeah, that's right, baby doll. But you know, the way I feel about this thing, I don't even want to take any shortcuts to wipe this Orndorff out, brother. Because the wheels of Hulkamania, man, they grind real slowly. I've said it 1,000,000 times. But the thing is, as I grind slowly, I get a lot of patience. But once you get caught in my trap, Mr. Wonderful, I'm going to grind you up ever so fine, man. And I'd like to spread you out all across this country. I'd like to make an example for all those people that cheer for you, man. All those people that want to take shortcuts, that don't want to work. I want to see all those people's faces when you go down, brother, because I'm going to prove I'm right. There are too many darn people out here, man, living and working hard for the thing to be wrong. And if it is wrong, I wish a bolt of lightning would just take me out right now.
I thank you, heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan. I know you're still training and defending your title around the country, around the world, and perhaps Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, may be in line sooner or later for a shot, and I know you're looking forward to that day. Hulk Hogan, you took me to the combat zone. I was a friend at that time of yours. I am a friend of yours today. And I personally really am offended by the actions of Paul Orndorff. You had some thoughts,
Yeah,
Alfred.
I did, Gene, like everybody else, like millions of other people. I've watched all the events that have led up to this. And I'd like to ask the world champion, do you really think in your heart or know in your heart that you've got the right man, Paul Orndorff? Is that the right one you should be persecuting right now?
Well, let me tell you, Alfred, you know, I was born with the power, brother. All these people here were born with the power to choose between right and wrong, good and bad, hard work and laziness, friend and foe. And you know, in this world, you gotta be a follower, man. You can't be a leader. If your friend hits a telephone pole drinking alcohol, man, and wipes out 8 people in the car, are you gonna say, hey, I wasn't driving? You know, I was just riding in the car. Orndorff, man, he was his own man. He made his own decisions. Even though Adrian Adonis stirred this whole pot up, brother, I can only blame Paul Orndorff. You know, you can't put this off on anybody else. Paul Orndorff is the man. He should have been a follower. I mean, a leader, not a follower.
I hate to cut you short. I thank you, heavyweight champion of the world. We're back next week with more TNT. Thank you very much.